So here is your first look at a real and a fake Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41 in the Pistachio dial variation. Can you spot any differences? Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a real and a fake Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41 watch in the Pistachio dial variant. I will be pointing out the differences between the real and the fake so that hopefully when you're looking to purchase one for yourself you can avoid buying a fake one with the belief that it is actually a real one. Also, if you could please like and subscribe, then that would help me greatly as it allows me to grow the channel and to make more videos like this. So with that said, let's start the video. So the first thing that you will notice, keeping the real one on the left and the fake one on the right, is that the real one comes in this dark green Rolex outer box. All 2025 Rolex models now come in this dark green outer box, and as the Oyster Perpetual Pistachio dial is a 2025 model, it should always come in this. If you're looking at a Pistachio Oyster Perpetual and it comes in anything different, such as the old version yellow outer box as we can see here, then assume straight away that the watch is fake. If we open up the outer boxes now, you'll see that they both have this folding part here. However, the colour is slightly different on the Rolex print on each, but that's also due to the colour of the boxes being different. If we take a look at the boxes themselves, however, and take those out, then you'll see here straight away that there is a slight difference in these as well. And that's because, again, all 2025 models have an updated box, and it should look like this. So the dark green box with the gold Rolex crown here, and also these swirly lines going across. And also if we take a look at the back of the box, you'll see that the fastening is slightly different, and it has two gold fastenings here, just in these gaps, with a slight crease going down the middle there. We take a look at the fake, however, the box is more similar to the old style box, where there is just this one crease in the back, no indent and no gold bits going there. It also has the print going across in a slightly different pattern, with the Rolex crown just underneath the semicircle here. And if I put those side by side, you'll see that the colour is slightly different also, where this one is more of a dark green and this one has a little bit more of a shine to it, as you can see when they're up close to the camera there. It's also worth pointing out that the fake came with lots of extra accessories, as you can see here. We've got this Rolex bag, and we've got this fake invoice, which is labelled from Switzerland Jewellery Watch Shop. Again, these are things that would not come with a real watch, so if you see any sorts of accessories like this, then assume straight away that the watch is fake. If we open up the main inner box now and look at the accessories included with the watch, you will see that on the real one on the left, we have this green Rolex tag, which is something that is present with all real Rolex watches from new. We have this additional little swing tag here, which has the price on, and also has the model number. If we look on the back, you can see it is 134300 for the newer version Oyster Perpetual 41 models. And obviously it has the serial number there as well, but I'm just covering that up. Also, we have the additional links here, which are only in here because I've had the watch resized for myself, so I wouldn't expect any additional links to be present with a fake one. However, if we look at the fake one, we do have the same swing tag here, but it's just slightly different, and the material with it is just a bit cheaper and threaded. And also, when I opened up the box, we had this small sheet here covering the top of the watch, and this is something that is present with lots of fake Rolex models, but something that would never be present with any real Rolex models. If we take a look inside the lid of the boxes, you'll see that there is also a slight difference there. So on the real one, again, because it is a newer 2025 box, the window only goes up to this point here, and then there is a gap at the top. However, on the fake, you will see that it has the old style window, which goes right to the top of the box with the semicircle here. Also, if we take a look at the print, you will see that it is done a lot more professionally on the real one. As you can see there, it's much more tidy in comparison to the fake. And also the fake is shiny and reflective with the Rolex text and the crown. Also, the colour of this material here is slightly different. It's more of a yellow colour on the real one, whereas on the fake it's more beige, as we can see there if I put them side by side. If we pull these windows down now to get the booklets out, you'll see that they are also slightly different. So on the real one here, we have this guarantee manual, worldwide service, as you can see there, which is a smaller booklet. We have this larger booklet, which just says Oyster Perpetual date, and just has some details of the watch in there and how to operate it. And then we have the wallet here, which has the guarantee card in. So the wallet is going to be slightly different as well. We'll take a look at that in a second. If I just take the guarantee card out, we have this reflective green card that says International Guarantee. And on the back, it has the model number with the serial number below, which again, I can't show. And also the date of purchase right at the bottom of the card. If we take a look at the fake one, however, if I just open this up and get the booklets out, you'll see that we have this black booklet here, which says Your Rolex Oyster, and actually has a different model on there. It has a day date. And on top of that, we have another booklet inside. So this is the guarantee manual, which is slightly different. And also a fake warranty slip there, which is something that you wouldn't see with a real one. And as I mentioned, the wallet is there, but it is slightly different to the real one. So this is how the real wallet should look, and this is how the fake one looks here. If I just flip those over, so you can see both sides. And the guarantee card is present as well. However, it says International Guarantee as it did on the real one. But on the back, it has model, number, serial and date of purchase, but they're all blank. So I think that this is something that would be the same on most fake models you will find. Moving on to the watches themselves, and you'll see that keeping the real one on the left, the dial is much more of a mint pistachio sort of colour with no reflection on it at all. It's almost a matte finish, as you can see there. However, if we look at the fake, you will see that the colour is almost more of a lime colour, and it's also reflective and shiny, as you can see there if I just show it up to the camera. So straight away, the colours will be completely off. They may not always be the same as this on all of the fakes. However, if it is any different from this colour here, as you see on the real one, then assume straight away that the watch is fake. If we take a look at the side profile of the watch now, you will see that on the real one, we have this first level of stainless steel here. Then we have the second level of stainless steel, which is very thin around the bezel, and this piece of glass at the top, which ever so slightly pokes out. If we take a look at the fake one, you will see that we have the first level of stainless steel, followed by the second level for the bezel, which is a lot thicker than it was on the real one. And then we have the glass, which doesn't poke out at all over the side. So if I just put those side by side to give you a better idea, you can clearly see that on the real one, this bezel stainless steel is a lot thinner than it is on the fake, and that the glass pokes out ever so slightly above. And on the fake, this is completely different. If we take a look at the back of the watch now, starting with the fake, you'll see that we have that 18K stamp just there. And also in the top right corner, we have a very miniature Rolex crown. As you can just see there, if I get that up closely to the camera. Whereas on the real one, the back of the watch is smooth and neither of these things are present. So I'll just show you there. You'll see that none of those stamps are anywhere to be seen on the real one. Looking at the clasp, beginning with the real one, you'll see that we have this style clasp for the Oyster Perpetual models. And if I try to open it, you'll see that this part here just opens ever so slightly and pops. So if I just clip that in again, you'll see that it just moves ever so slightly before it pops out. I'll take a look at the fake one, however, and just put this up to the camera. You'll see that the buckle is the same and virtually the same size. However, this part here is so movable. It just flaps around everywhere. And if I just pull that out, it's a lot harder to unclip the bracelet. Just push that back in again. You'll see that even when it's completely fastened in, this part still moves, when it doesn't at all on the real one when it's fully fastened. If we look at the actual clasp fastening itself now from the inside, you'll see that here we have a small clip and we have the bar, which is just the end of a bracelet there. If we take a look at the part that attaches, you will see there's a small semicircle clip here that goes into this one, and then that the bracelet itself, this little clip just covers the bar that's up the top there when that fastens. So just this little part here is the only part that's attaching it and holding it together. If we take a look at the fake one, however, you'll see that the bar going across here is not present, and we do have the little clip here which is very similar. If I just show you that up close. But when we try to go to the fastening side, you'll see that there is no semicircle clip, just a smaller bar going across that fastens into this part here, and that this bar up on the top, the larger bar, then fastens into the bracelet here. So rather than this larger bar being present on this part of the bracelet and going across here, it's actually present on the larger part of the buckle that goes into it instead. And I feel that this is something that could be present on many fake models. If we take a look at the dial now and just move it down so you get this angle, beginning with the real watch, you'll see that on real Rolex models, the crown is in line with the 12. And then every other hour marker has the Rolex text running around it. But from the 7 up to the 11, the R of the Rolex text should fall in line with each hour marker, as you can see here. And from 1 down to 5, the X of the Rolex text should fall in line with each hour marker, as you can see here. In between the 5 and the 7 markers, the serial number will also be shown. So you will want to check that serial number against the serial number on the card that we saw at the beginning of the video to make sure that they match up, because if they don't, then it's very likely that the watch is a fake. If we take a look at the fake dial, however, and push it to the same angle, firstly you'll see that the Rolex text is a lot larger. If I just put those side by side, try and get a clear image on that. It does have the crown against the 12 marker as well. However, if we look from the left side from the 7 up to 11 and check if the R is in line with the hour marker, you'll see that as time goes on, the R gets slightly off-centered, and this is the same with the X on the hour marker from 1 down to 5. So if I just show you that on the right side, you'll see it starts quite near, but as we go down, the X starts to move off of the hour marker the further we go down. So by the time we're at 3, the X isn't even in line with the hour marker. You can also see that it does have the serial number present at the bottom, as it would be on the real one. However, it is just slightly off-centered in comparison to what it should be on a real one. Coming back to the inner buckle quickly, and you'll see that when we open up the buckle, we have this Rolex print here, and it says Geneva, Swiss made. The main thing being that the Geneva Swiss made text is very small, whereas if we look at the fake one, it does have this same Rolex print and Geneva Swiss made printed there. However, the Geneva Swiss made text is a lot bigger, as you can see if I just put those side by side up by the camera. One real fine detail to look out for is that a few years back, Rolex added a small laser-etched crown around the 6 o'clock marker on lots of their watches. However, it's very microscopic and hard to see. But if you look on a lot of the fake models, as we have here, if I just zoom in slightly and bring it up to the camera and show it in the light, you'll see straight away that we can see this laser-etched crown just there. So just underneath the 6 o'clock marker on the front of the glass. On the real models, I'm not even sure that it's present anymore on this one, but if it is, you would have to go very microscopic to be able to see it, and it is not something that is able to be shown up close to the light as it is on a lot of the fakes. So if you can very quickly see that laser-etched crown, as you can here, just by bringing it up to the light and looking a bit closer, then assume that the model is a fake. And finally, if we look at the back of the watch once again, you'll see that if we begin with the real one, when I look around the top and the bottom part of the watch, we have this small semicircle leading into the bracelet, and there is a clear curve on that, as you can see if I just put it there. So a clear curve on those that distinguishes it from the rest of the material around it. If we take a look at the fake, however, you'll see that this piece of material is not as clear. So this semicircle is almost identical to the surrounding material. You can just see there if I show it up closely. And there is no clear difference in the semicircle part there in between. So if I just show you those again side by side to give you a better idea. This is how it should be with the model on the left. And this is how it actually is on a lot of the fake models, as we can see here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Again, if you could please like and subscribe, then that would help me greatly, as it allows me to grow the channel and to make more videos. Also, if you do have anything else that you would like to see me review, then please leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to cover as many of those as I can. So thanks again, and see you on the next one.